All right, Wayne State women's basketball. They win their 5th game in a row. They defeat Michigan Tech 66-44. Now 14-7 overall, 9-4 in the GLIAC. They've won 7 of their last 8. That one loss being Michigan Tech at their place. But here, you get the revenge. I'm joined by head coach Carrie Lohr and Shea Tripp. Coach, first, at their place, maybe what did you take from that? Maybe what adjustments? They got you by 9 up in Houghton. Maybe what was different this time around? Obviously, shot the ball better. They didn't shoot nearly as well as they did at their place. What did you see?
Yeah, they certainly do shoot well at home. They have many offensive weapons, especially in their top 5, and Emma Anderson, who comes off the bench. So they're really a rock solid scoring team, and I think especially at home they are. Traveling on the road, I guess it impacts everyone. I think the difference was we didn't have Alyssa Leister when we played up there, and I think Alyssa does a great job of just, being a senior, being experienced, and kind of getting us going. I think she, does a great job of just communicating with her teammates and talking to them. So not having her at that game certainly impacted us. I also just think we weren't ready. We weren't ready when we were up there. I think you always think you're ready, and they were just the better team that night. Today's outcome, honestly, I'm a little surprised because I think I know how offensive those guards are and the players are. I'm certainly happy for the win.
Yeah, you hold them under 30% from the field, 27.6. They made just 2 of their 20 3-point attempts. If not for the free throw line, this is really ugly. They went 10 of 14 from the charity stripe. But was that maybe a point of emphasis? The threes they were taking weren't bad looks, but I thought you guys rotated well. I thought defensively you knew where everyone was at all times. What did you see from your defense?
I think for us, that Michigan Tech is playing a shorter roster. They're playing 8 players, so you really just need to know 8 players, and you need to know who does what, right? And I think the second time around, that was just maybe a little bit more simplified, a little more clear in our minds. Knowing who the 3-point shooters are, knowing who the drivers are. And I thought, you're right, we did a pretty good job of recognizing who we were guarding. It felt like when we played up there, we were 4 feet off of a 3-point shooter, not realizing that we were guarding a 3-point shooter, thinking that it was somebody else, So I think our team just did a better job of really knowing the scout, but knowing the personnel.
Shea, 18 points, 7 boards, 3 assists, and a block. Your 100th game as a Warrior tonight. You hit triple digits. What's that mean for you? And just briefly, what's it meant to be a Warrior for you?
Oh man, you make me teary-eyed. I think just the opportunities that I've been given here, that coach has given me through the past 4 years, I've just been so grateful. I think my team puts me in really good positions. They are super confident in me, and I think that gives me confidence in myself. So just being a Warrior is just all about the people I play with, the people I've met. So 100th game is kind of cool. I'm excited for many more, and to end the season good. Yeah.
Listened to a little bit of your interview with Kevin Breckmacher, our radio guy, and you said basically the sky's the limit for this team. We're not going to get ahead of ourselves, right? There's a lot of basketball left, but what's it feel like right now? Kind of as you kind of stack some wins, stack some momentum. Again, still got to play the games. I know that, but how's it feel right now team-wise for you guys?
It's super exciting. I think in the beginning of the season, we were kind of figuring ourselves out, figuring out some chemistry. But when we're out there, like tonight, we just popped the ball around. There was so much chemistry. It's just cool to look down the roster, and it's like any single person on our team can have a good night and score double digits. Most of us do most nights, so it's really cool to just have a full roster of people that are competent and can score and contribute. So it leaves a lot of room for wins, for potential, so it's really exciting.
Claude, what do you got, buddy?
Oh, yes. For sure, I just have this question. What was, because you played very aggressive, this evening. So what was the approach coming into the game? what was some of your tactics or strategies to stay aggressive, because you had a lot of offensive points off the rim. So how are you able to make your presence felt in the interior?
Yeah, I think just keeping it simple. Lately, I've been overthinking some things, so just having the mindset of letting the game come to me, and I think it helps seeing some go through early, and just keeping it simple, being strong, having confidence in myself and confidence in my teammates too. So just having the mindset of score when I can, but also kick it out because I know my teammates will shoot those.
Going for Coach?
Yes, for Coach. Were you ever at any times worried about the lead? Getting tired of, because at times Michigan Tech, they had built momentum, they had gotten a lot of points in the paint. So were you ever at times worried about them ever making it a closer game and actually rallying beating the team? Were you ever worried, or did you automatically just have trust in your teammates or your players to know that they'll see what they do?
That's an interesting question. The answer is yes, and I'm going to be very honest. I was nervous, and I was nervous until maybe the 4-minute mark left in the game when she did pull her starters. We weren't playing well. I didn't think we were playing crisp. I didn't think that we were taking care of the basketball, but we weren't performing the way that I believe that we're capable of, and that was they were closing the gap. It was at 21 maybe, and it went to 13, and there was still a lot of time left. And I think that they are a great offensive team, and at any moment, any one of their guards can just go off and knock down shots. So, we were fortunate to get a couple of stops when they closed it to 13. But yeah, I was definitely worried. I mean, they knock down a 3 or take it to the to the rim, and I think that could have been a game changer. So I'm not one that I never feel like we're out of the woods. I guess I'm always kind of locked in and wanting us to be the best we can be in every moment. And so, and I have a lot of respect for Michigan Tech, and I think that they're well coached and they've got great players, and they can turn it around quickly in
Good.
a game.
Sorry, you good?
Yeah,
Okay.
just a follow-up.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So, moving forward, what are some ways you guys are going to be better at closing the game, so you won't even have to worry about teams closing the gap? What are some ways to better execute, during the last minutes of the fourth quarter?
I really just think it comes down to how you practice, and if you're locked in and you're crisp in everything you're doing. We have highs and lows, right? Peaks and valleys throughout the season and throughout our practice, and it's just trying to stay consistent. I think there's some opportunities that lie ahead of us, but we can't take anything for granted, and we have to be ready to play Northern Michigan. They're going to present with a very different roster than what we just played, and we have a short time to prepare for that. So I think just how you practice is going to be how you play. I think Shea does a great job in leading in us, but that's a lot to ask one person. We need others to continue to step up and execute the daily, so that on game day it's natural.
All right, guys. Thanks for the time, and good luck
Appreciate it.
against Northern.
Thank
All right,
you.
good luck, guys.
Thank you.